The quiet hum of the attic filled the air as Scarlett Johansson carefully lifted an old cardboard box from a dusty shelf. She had come here to find extra Christmas decorations, hoping to add a touch of nostalgia to her New York apartment. But as she opened the box, a faint scent of pine and cinnamon transported her back to her childhood. Amid the tangled string lights and faded ornaments, a small, beautifully wrapped gift box caught her attention. It was neatly tied with a red ribbon, its edges slightly frayed. Scarlett's brow furrowed as she picked it up, trying to remember where it had come from. The tag read, in her mother's familiar handwriting, "To Scarlett, Christmas 1995. Her heart skipped a beat. She sat down on the attic floor, the box in her lap, as memories of a long-forgotten Christmas began to resurface. What could this gift mean? And why had it remained unopened for so many years? Scarlett carefully untied the ribbon, her fingers trembling slightly as she lifted the lid. Inside, nestled among delicate tissue paper, was a small snow globe. The base was intricately carved with tiny reindeer and evergreen trees, and inside, a miniature cabin stood surrounded by sparkling snow. As she turned the globe in her hands, Scarlett felt a wave of warmth and sadness. This wasn't just any snow globe. It was the same one she had admired in a shop window during a snowy evening walk with her mother decades ago. She remembered pressing her face against the glass, her breath fogging the window as she whispered how magical it was. Her mother had smiled, saying, "Maybe Santa will bring it if you're good this year." But that Christmas had been overshadowed by unexpected challenges, and the snow globe never appeared under the tree. Yet here it was, hidden away all these years. Scarlett's chest tightened with emotion as she realized the care and thought her mother must have put into keeping this gift. Determined to learn more about the snow globe, Scarlett called her sister, Emma, who still lived in their childhood home. "You're not going to believe what I found," Scarlett began, her voice tinged with excitement. Emma listened intently as Scarlett described the snow globe and its mysterious reappearance. "I remember that," Emma exclaimed. "Mom must have hidden it away after Dad lost his job that year. She didn't want you to feel disappointed if Christmas wasn't as magical as usual." The revelation hit Scarlett hard. She felt a deep sense of gratitude for her mother's quiet sacrifices. "I wish she were here so I could thank her," Scarlett said softly. Her mother had passed away several years earlier, leaving behind a legacy of love and resilience that Scarlett carried with her. Scarlett placed the snow globe on her mantle, its soft glow reflecting the twinkling lights of her Christmas tree. But something about the moment felt incomplete. Inspired by her mother's gesture, she decided to recreate the magic of that childhood Christmas for others. She reached out to a local children's shelter, offering to sponsor a holiday event. Scarlett wanted to give the kids something unforgettable, just as her mother had tried to do for her. She worked tirelessly with volunteers, organizing gifts, decorations, and even arranging for snow machines to transform the shelter into a winter wonderland. On Christmas Eve, Scarlett stood in the shelter's main hall, watching as children ran around, their laughter filling the air. The snow globe sat on a small table at the entrance, a silent reminder of the inspiration behind it all. As the evening went on, Scarlett noticed a little girl standing alone near the snow globe, her small hands gently turning it. Her face was a mix of wonder and sadness. Scarlett approached her with a warm smile. "Do you like it?" she asked softly. The girl nodded, her eyes never leaving the swirling snow. "It's beautiful," she whispered. Scarlett knelt beside her, noticing the girl's tattered coat and shy demeanor. "What's your name?" "Maya," the girl replied, finally meeting Scarlett's gaze. They began to talk, and Maya shared that her family had recently lost their home, and that this Christmas felt different, lonely. Scarlett felt a familiar pang in her chest. Maya's story echoed her own childhood memories of tough times during the holidays. Scarlett excused herself briefly and returned with a beautifully wrapped box. She knelt beside Maya and handed it to her. "I think this belongs to you," Scarlett said with a wink. Maya hesitated before unwrapping the gift, her small hands trembling as she carefully peeled away the paper. Inside was another snow globe, nearly identical to Scarlett's, but with a small angel inside the cabin. Maya's face lit up as she held it close, tears brimming in her eyes. "Is this really for me?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Scarlett nodded, her own voice wavering with emotion. Yes, it's yours. And just like the snow inside, no matter how much life shakes you, there's always beauty to be found, she said softly. Maya looked up at Scarlett, her eyes wide with wonder. I never thought Christmas could feel this special, she admitted. Scarlett smiled, gently brushing a strand of hair from Maya's face. It's not about the gifts or the decorations, she replied. It's about the moments we share and the love we give to one another. Maya hugged Scarlett tightly, her small arms wrapping around her like a warm blanket. Scarlett felt a rush of emotion, a profound sense of connection to this little girl who reminded her so much of herself. For a moment, time seemed to stand still. The two of them bathed in the glow of the nearby Christmas tree. Later that evening, as the children's shelter quieted down, Scarlett stood by the window, watching snowflakes drift softly outside. The event had been a success, and the joy on the children's faces was more than she could have hoped for. Emma called to check in. You're amazing for doing this, Scar, she said. Scarlett smiled, her heart full. It's the least I could do. I feel like I'm carrying on what Mom started. They talked about their childhood and how their mother had always found ways to bring light into even the darkest times. Scarlett glanced at the snow globe on the mantel, its gentle glow a reminder of her mother's love. It felt as if she were there, quietly encouraging Scarlett to keep spreading kindness. In the days that followed, Scarlett's gesture became the talk of the community. The snow globe became a symbol of hope, featured in local news stories about the event. Donations poured into the shelter, ensuring that more families would feel the magic of Christmas for years to come. Maya's family received the support they needed to get back on their feet, and the little girl's joy was contagious. She brought her snow globe to school, telling everyone about the kind lady who made Christmas special. For Scarlett, the experience was transformative. She realized that the greatest gifts weren't found in boxes, but in the connections we make and the love we share. Each time she passed the snow globe on her mantle, she felt her mother's presence, guiding her to continue spreading joy and kindness. And so, what began as a forgotten gift turned into a celebration of love, resilience, and the true meaning of Christmas. Scarlett Johansson's heartfelt gesture reminds us all that even the smallest acts of kindness can create ripples of joy. Thank you for watching this inspiring tale. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more heartwarming Hollywood stories. See you in the next video.